I'm Kriti Pachilkar. I'm 16 years old studying at Pravasi International Academy in A levels. These days, there are many people suffering from depression, and many of the victims of depression are small children or more specifically the teenagers. Have you ever imagined what could be the feeling of a person suffering from depression? Well, I've suffered from it. I've just shifted to a whole new world of education, a whole new journey from CBSE to IGCSE. At first, I thought that it would be a very simple experience, but I was wrong. I was no more interested in studies and wanted to go back home. And on the first day, I had no clue what was going on in the class. And on the fifth day, I started crying in the class and wanted to go back to the previous board where I studied. I know that seems very childish, but still, that was the onset of the depression. So after that, I also said that I'll fail if I study here. But after some days, I recovered from it. And as now a psychology student, I thought that I should research upon it and find out the cause of depression. And I also thought that I should share with you all my own experience with it. So basically, depression is a type of bipolar disorder, which means a mental condition in which a person suffers or experiences depression, or also known as euphoria or elevated mood. The exact cause of depression is not known, but a combination of genetics, environment, altered brain structure, and chemistry may play a role. It is one of the oldest known psychiatric disorders and is also mentioned in DSM edition 5, which stands for Diagnostic and Statistical Manual. There are two explanations for the cause of depression, which are biological and cognitive. The biological explanation says that our DNA is a 50% share of our first degree relatives, which such as the parents or siblings. So the second explanation is the cognitive explanation. It says that a person suffering from depression, so his views to another person could form a reality for that person, which also if he is far-fetched they are far-fetched to each others. So this was the second explanation, and here my example can be considered as I saw others suffering from it, and I can relate it over here. These days there are many treatments for curing of depression, such as for the biological cause. There are two of the most effective drugs, or also known as antidepressant drugs. So the first of the drug is known as MAOI, which stands for monoamine oxidase inhibitors. The second most effective antidepressant drug is known as SSRI, which stands for selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. Have you ever heard of it before? I guess no. Well, I've also heard for it for first time. So this was the treatment for biological cause. So, and for the cognitive cause, there is the treatment available, that is known as cognitive restructuring. In this, the person is asked some of the questions, or he is questioned and checked whether is he suffering from depression or not. And if it is, so after questioning him all about it, it is after knowing about it, the person can be cured. So from this, I remembered a movie named Dear Zindagi, which also is based on the same topic. So yeah, this was some of the information which I had collected on the topic depression. Thank you for all of you for listening to me what I had to say. Goodbye.